Welcome to today's video where I'll share with you 4 important points you've got to consider before traveling abroad. These things are hardly taken into consideration by many would-be travelers and even agents or people, maybe family members or friends who guide you on where to travel and how to travel fail to mention these facts. The first one has to do with expectation versus reality. Ask yourself, what exactly is pushing you to travel to the place where you want to go to? And is it the right choice for you to make? And if at all you move to this new country and things doesn't happen the way you expect it to be, what will be your next goal? I'm saying so because many people have traveled abroad and they end up being frustrated because things didn't go to plan, and some of them return home either willingly or unwillingly through deportation, and worst case scenario, they return home without anything. In fact, people have come over and even died out of stress. So you have to consider these points. If things doesn't happen as you wish it to be, do you have the balls to withstand the challenges? If not, if you are returning home, what would your life be like if you eventually choose to go back home? So you need to put all these things into consideration. It's difficult to travel abroad due to the cost and of course the difficulties in obtaining a visa. That explains why people sell properties just to afford the money to move over. So returning back home is in a situation that many will consider, but for those that do take this option, they also face challenges. So once again, do you have the balls to go through the challenges of life abroad? The next point you have to seriously take into consideration is separation from families. I need not mention the effect that moving abroad has on relationships. People have loose relationships because of this. So when going abroad, you have to bear this in mind, that distance may cost you your relationship. And if it does, are you willing to move through or to move on? Sorry. Are you willing to let go? Because I have also seen situations where people return back home because they couldn't stand to lose their loved ones, maybe girlfriend, boyfriend, wife or husband. So you have to also think about this and be aware of this fact. I'm not saying you can stay away from each other and still have a successful relationship. Some of you live with the expectation that you will invite your partner once you're over there. That's okay, but again, it wouldn't cause a thing to anticipate the worst. And if it happens, how are you going to cope with the whole situation? Another point I would like you to take into proper consideration before moving abroad is qualification and what you can offer in terms of your skill set. These days, everybody wants to move out, but the funny thing is, for those that have managed to, they fail or they are hiding the truth, holding back the truth from friends and loved ones back home. Don't be deceived by what people post on social media, especially personal posts like photos. People will only show you the good side of life, how they are enjoying life abroad. They will hardly show you their struggles or what they go through on a daily basis in order to survive in this country. So be careful with the information you take from those abroad, because there is always two sides of a coin. Life here is difficult. It doesn't matter where you are, as long as you are out of your country, you've got to do things to survive. You know, when I say things in quote, I wouldn't want to judge people, but it's not easy as a whole. So before you move, do research, go over the internet and see if the skills you have is actually something that you can put to use in the country where you're traveling to. If not, it wouldn't be a good idea. Some of you are being misled. You feel like if you move to any country, you can look for anything to do to survive. Gone are those days when you can travel abroad and wash plates, be a bar attendant or pick bottles and you make money. This is 21st century. Time has changed. With the emergence of technology and the continuous growth of technology, employment opportunities are becoming much more rarer. So you need to also move with time, otherwise you'll be left behind. So please think of your skill set. And finally, I also want to hit hard on personal development. Some of you might not get this because maybe you are done with schooling, that's what I would say, but I want you to understand that we learn every day in our life. As long as you're living, you're breathing, you're learning, there is nothing more worthy than experience. So irrespective of your field, your major or specialization, walks of life, however you want to call it, you should always strive to develop yourself. It could be academically, it could be through other means like seeing how you can improve on your communication skills, your personal demeanor as an individual, maturity, how to control your emotions. At the end of the day, self-improvement is very important, and it will open doors for you. So don't think that if you left home, let's say as an adult, maybe breadwinner of the family with a degree, that is enough for you to survive abroad and you wouldn't have any reason to improve yourself. No, you should strive for improvement because, like I mentioned, it's a new world, things are changing. You don't know where fate might lead you to, and you may just end up finding yourself in a situation where you have to switch profession. So I hope these few tips guides and orientates you for your preparation or plans traveling abroad. If you have any question, feel free to reach out. I love you all. Stay blessed and see you in my next upload.